Hello everybody. I am coming to you with a project today, and what I have done is I've altered a little box. Um, Last year, I think Dollar Tree was selling these little boxes. I think they're balsa wood. Um, but they were selling these little boxes. So I had picked up several of them when they had them in the store. And I'd altered one last summer, and then I never did anything with the other two. They just sat in my bin that I have for all my altered stuff and never got anything done with them. So I decided that I wanted to alter one as some storage for my buttons and stuff that I get for the centers of my flowers. And since this was for me, I decided that I was going to use some of this My Mind's Eye in Bloom paper. This is one of my favorite paper packs ever. I just adore the patterns in this, and I actually have two more full packages in my stash. I cry every time I have to cut into this paper. It's so pretty. I mean, just, look at these patterns, and the colors are so happy and cheerful, and I really love this paper. So I used this paper to do the box. What I did is I started out with the box and I painted it, and I used white acrylic paint with just a touch of ivory in there to give it just a little bit of warmth, because these papers have such a kind of corally pink and yellow tones in it that I thought that I would warm up that white just a little bit. So I warmed up the white, painted it, and then added all the papers and the decorations and everything. And this is how it turned out. Okay, so I adhered all the paper, and I use matte medium to do all of the gluing and Mod Podging basically onto it. I used two different laces from my stash, and I believe the bottom one is Eau Frais, and I don't know what the top one is, this daisy lace. But I layered, this one's kind of an off-white cream color, and then the white daisy lace, and then I added some pearl trim that I had. I used this frame that is a Making Memories frame, and I adhered it down so that the top was actually open. So there, you can actually insert a picture in here. I probably won't, but I could if I wanted to. The feet down here, if you go into Hobby Lobby, into their wood section, they have these little pieces basically of wood. This is two of those pieces, 2 packs of those pieces. The gold portion of it is what's called a toy wheel, and I just embossed it with gold embossing powder. And then the bottom portion of it is what's called a candle cup, and I embossed that with white, and then I just glued the whole thing together to create the 4 little feet for the box. Up on top again, sorry, I'm kind of bouncing around on this. I used just a little tiny piece of burlap ribbon underneath these I Am Roses flowers, and I used some watered down gesso on the flowers just to tone down the color a little bit because they were pretty bright. And then I used some stickles just to give them a little bit of sparkle on that. Inside, the magnet that comes with this box is not very good. It's not a very strong magnet, and by the time you put paint and everything onto the box, even if you make sure you keep that magnet really clear, it will not adhere. So I added some little Velcro pieces to the corners. Inside the box, I just added another piece of that burlap ribbon. Sorry, try and tip this so it gets in the line. Another piece of that burlap ribbon. I used a Michael's key going across there. That is another of the I Am Roses, and I just wound the stem around the key and then curled off the end. And then the butterfly is actually don't know if you can see the sparkle on it. It's a clay butterfly, but I used the Mod Podge Melts mold to create that butterfly. So it is actually clay, and then I brushed it with my Wink of Stella pen to get that sparkle on there. But it was made with the Mod Podge Melt mold. So anyway, that's my little box that I altered. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching. Bye!